It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's Happy Monetization Day. It's Day AD. It's Dynamite After Dark.
Interns, hit the damn intro.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite After Dark.
Kaboom! I am the electrifying. Would have been perfect if it wasn't for.
Can we hold on for a sec?
Yeah.
I just want to start off to say by saying, Bree, hey, how are you doing? You beat me fair and square, and I want to say first and foremost, I'm proud of you, and you are the heart of TDS.
Oh, all right. The heart of TDS. All right. Is that like the heart of the ocean from Titanic?
It has to be a lot like that.
It's got to be something. I
Something.
mean, anyways, kaboom! I would have had a perfect night if it wasn't for Tony Khan and his crap booking. All I gotta say is we'll get into that and more. But I am, of course, the JFB, James from Boston.
Y'all noticed that JFB, like when he did that, the arm looked a little bit bigger. What you been doing back there, man? Look at that. That's
I'm doing
it's holding that camera, man, getting that workout in.
Damn right, that camera weighs about 45 pounds. Just hoisting it, lifting it up.
Yeah.
Got that Popeye arm going.
Heck yeah. Tell them who you are, Canada Dry.
It's literally the forearm, not the arms.
Oh, look at that arm. Look at that forearm. That thing is rock solid.
Wow, that is. We're gonna be talking about that for like a while here.
The whole thing did.
All right, so I'm the JFB. Who the hell is everybody else?
So, my birthday's next Wednesday. So, like, I'm gonna start celebrating now.
Yeah, let's do it. Pop the bubbly.
Like, I'm gonna start celebrating now. My birthday's next Wednesday, so my birthday's on the 7th, and so I'm gonna just start celebrating now. I'll start this whole week, and I'll probably continue it until I feel like not celebrating it.
I don't see a problem. I take at least 2 weeks to celebrate mine. So.
I feel you. I used to, but see, like tomorrow's my son's birthday.
Should we start this off by the Bobby Fish joke of the week?
Oh no! I still got to talk about some other stuff because I want to wish my son a happy birthday because his birthday's tomorrow. And and I went to Raw on Monday. You guys, it was pretty awesome.
So you were at that Raw this Monday?
Yeah, I was at Raw this past Monday. So.
All right.
And you know, I felt
and you stayed awake because I fell asleep.
My daughter fell asleep. That was pretty funny on her part. But like, I felt like I needed to bring that up because Rich Southwood went to AEW tonight.
That's true. He did go to AEW tonight.
Yep, and he had great seats. And he was with
You're on the wrong team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it made me mad. Like, I'm just like, man, when is Rich Southwood ever right about anything?
Yeah.
So I was feeling some kind of way. I said, this is a bad way to start on my birthday, so I'm gonna wait till after.
You know what? I'm gonna announce it right now. Next week, Dynamite After Dark. Yeah. Rich Southwood.
Oh, you gonna put this motherfucker on my birthday? I'm sorry, we forgot. That's a monetization thing.
Yeah, get the censors ready, guys.
Yeah, happy birthday. There's your one swear.
There you go. We get one
job, Trey J. One job.
Look,
wait, now you just screwed us over. Oh no, I just screwed us over.
Excuse me, you screwed me over by putting Rich Southwood on my birthday. What do you expect? Now you got to turn my birthday into F Rich Southwood Day.
F Rich Southwood. That's all
I did say F Rich Southwood. See, I can learn.
There you go. You're fine then.
I'm evolving.
Your fine will be delivered in the mail, Trey J.
I know.
We are joined by the AFW World's Heavyweight Champion, none other than Austin 16-3. Tell him hi.
Hi. Thanks for having me, guys. Been looking forward to this one. Sorry I missed you guys last week, but excited to be here. You got both the champs with you today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's
Rarity,
amazing.
a rarity anywhere.
I think all
So
four of
other
us are
than,
champions.
Oh, that's right.
other
Oh, that's right. We are. There's a lot of gold
Yeah,
on this
There's a
screen
lot of
right
gold.
This is the bling Dynamite.
Austin, you realize
Bling.
like, this is the first time on the channel other than Wrestling with the Paranormal. So it's your first time on another other than
Is it?
Backstage.
I think so.
Well, there's no better way to do it. No better show to be on than Dynamite After
Yeah.
Dark, especially after that episode, guys. That was a great one.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
really
you talking about the last AFW backstage? Yeah, I heard some random guy just popped into that.
I cracked up. I knew you were going to do it because we
I
talked
did
about
too.
it on Wednesday.
I popped in right after you. I thought, oh, if he can do it, I can do it.
There you
I
go.
popped. I popped when Trey J showed up. I popped. I was like, oh, I know that guy.
That's why I love JFB, man. I swear, man, if JFB was my hype man for just everything, my life would be so much better.
I will.
One of
I'll
my
take
hype
that.
man.
No, you
The PCB.
you get
can't say his
Caleb.
nickname. We're a family friendly show now. Damn
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, and he's talking crap already.
I know.
Yeah.
He's fucking trying for you, and he's hyping me up.
Hey,
He's not been the same since I beat him a few weeks back.
yeah,
I
man.
don't know if he's got a win yet.
Remember, you have to say my version of his name, Shirt Stain Bane.
That's right. The monetization version of the name. Yeah.
I feel like this show is gonna turn into like the Good Place where we say, "Oh, fork," and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
We're gonna
Battlestar
go like
Galactica. I'm gonna say frack. Frack. That's my new
I like
go-to.
I like it.
All right, so before we get started with the show, Dynamite, we should have a Bobby Fish joke of the week. So before we kick it in, let's play the intro to it. The Bobby Fish joke of the week. Where the hell did it go? Oh, that's
I
not
don't
it.
know.
Okay. All right,
My
interns.
lines were messed up. I was like,
screwing
man,
up my
everything's going wrong.
intern screwing up my my rotation. Here's the Bobby Fish joke of the week. All right, Trey J, what is your Bobby Fish joke of the week?
This is incredibly embarrassing. I don't have one this week, but because I don't, and I want to show you guys my apology, I would like to give you guys a poem to show my extreme displeasure in the fact that I didn't have a joke.
Okay.
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. In 1496, Columbus discovered Bobby Fish.
All right, you saved it. I thought it was going to go down. All right, well done, Trey J.
No, you got to realize, man, it's like one of the first phrases that Columbus was able to teach the Taino people when he made it to Central America was, "This is Bobby Fish, and he's already old." And that is how the Spanish learned English.
Yeah. Okay.
None of that makes sense, but it's true.
Yeah. It's not in the history books, but
No,
that's
because
the
you
history
have to
lesson.
remember, Bobby
There we
Fish
go.
is a Rosetta Stone. So I mean,
It's true. He was there when he was the one chiseling it out.
yeah,
Yep.
he made it. If you remember the Bible stories, you know, the Tower of Babel and how they built it. You know, Bobby Fish's name is somewhere on like one of those rocks that fell.
He's on the foundation.
There you go.
Yeah.
First
It's
one
on
there.
Plymouth
Speaking
Rock.
of Bobby Fish, we had that Bobby Fish thing I shared on All Up in Wrestling Community, where he's trying to claim that the Bloodline copied the.
Oh, yeah.
Undisputed Era. What? People hold me drunk.
I don't know if you guys saw, but like, apparently he did an interview recently, and it's like he went from having like, you know, the black hair with the thing to showing his real age because he was in his car with his whole like full like gray showing.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, it's like The man farts ash.
Well, that's that ash is from Mount Vesuvius, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's what actually caused Mount Vesuvius to erupt.
He was there. He tried to rush people.
All right, we're
out
at
of the
10
way.
minutes here. We got to start the show here. We got to get.
We are starting the show.
It's
All right, let's get to the show. So we open up with out comes Moxley. Am I the only one who's wondering if and when Regal is leaving? Because technically he's not working with a contract. Indie crowd is hot for Mox. He told us about 3 certainties: death, taxes, and Jon Moxley. I would like to add a 4th. That would be the JFB as well. There's a certainty the JFB will dispel and destroy his opponents. Hangman Page comes out, so yeah. So now we know who Jon Moxley is going to be going after. It's not to reclaim his belt. It's going to go after Hangman Adam Page, who technically is not medically cleared to wrestle, but that's okay. That ref took a nasty bump when Moxley freaking leaped over him. He took a nasty bump. And then apparently, I don't know if somebody spiked his Kool-Aid, but he missed the ramp by like a foot.
Yeah.
Like he missed the ramp.
He's back on the sauce.
Yeah, that's a good way to break an ankle. That's a good way to break an ankle.
Yep.
So what do we think?
They're like, if you wanted the 6-week vacation back that bad,
yeah, just ask for it, bro.
I'm gonna pull a ankle. Screw this.
Yeah.
So, Canada Dry, what did you think of the Mox Page promo?
I absolutely love this. What a better way to turn lemons into lemonade than to make money off Hangman's injury.
Yeah.
And it's turned into a feud. And it's a great way to get Moxley's attention off of Regal and MJF, and now have this diversion away from the championship.
Yeah, great. Absolutely. JJ, what are your thoughts on the opening promo?
I wasn't against this, but I can't help the fact that like Hangman always dresses like a person that could not win a fight.
Yeah.
Every time he comes down, it's like, yeah, tough guy face. Really weird attire.
Yeah,
sweet blouse.
Yes. It's like nice shirt. Did they come in men's? Like,
yeah.
Oh, that man loves fringe.
He does, man. He got
Don't make us come up with a Hangman intro for you.
Nah, like, wait till Scorpio Sky ever comes back. Then that's the guy I really can't stand.
Lord.
But yeah, you notice how like Moxley like messes up and then like decides he like falls off the ramp and then like decides to get overly aggressive when he tries to make the comeback.
Yeah,
it's like he is like the human equivalent of I'm okay, like, but like on meth.
Joseph Graham says that his wife thought his Hangman Page's pants were too tight. That man
add something to that.
I think it was all sprayed on. I don't think that was legitimate cloth because that shirt was really tight too.
Yeah.
But Austin, what are your
Let me just add something quickly to Joseph Graham's comments. My wife. That's all.
My wife.
Very nice.
Very nice. Austin, what are your thoughts on the promo?
I thought it was a good way to start the show.
Yeah.
Good attention grabber having Hangman come back. That was a nice surprise. Some good physicality to kind of set the tone for the show. Mox did what Mox always does, cut a pretty good promo and then, bring the violence, minus that little misstep on the ramp. But I thought it was great. Great way to start the show.
Yeah.
Last week's episode, I felt like that promo segment was kind of weak and didn't do anybody any favors. I think they really made a nice correction this week on that.
Yeah, good course
correction. The whole Lion King line just really, as soon as it happened, it threw me off, and I was just like,
yeah.
All right, so let's get to our first match. It is going to be the opening match, which is Dax Hardwood versus Bryan Danielson Here's some of my notes. This should be a freaking technical demonstration. Dennison is looking more and more like a dirty hippie that's selling ditchweed on the side of the road. Good exchanges, really good counters, both getting nasty with each other. Really good catch as can wrestling. I mean, especially from Dax, which
he said catch ass.
Yeah, catch as can. Amazing reversals while in the air. I would watch a whole pay-per-view of them fighting, of them wrestling.
Yeah, that was great.
I'd watch 4 or 5 hours of just them wrestling. Like, have a good old-fashioned 4-hour Iron Man match and just let them go at it. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening match, which, by the way, the JFB got correct on AFW predictions.
I think everyone got this right. Come on.
Except for Bree.
No, Bree got it right.
She just said she didn't think it was going to be first.
Opening match.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love this match. The only thing I didn't like is you knew that Brian was winning, and it was just a matter of time. And it's hard to get. To me, it's hard to get into matches when you know the outcome. I guess you just got to learn to enjoy the ride and not the destination. So it was a great match. So.
Yeah. Austin, what are your thoughts on the first match?
Again, kind of like Canada Dry saying, you kind of knew what was going to happen there. It was just going to be, you knew Dax was going to go over and look like $1 million in the match, and that you knew it's going to be an instant classic as soon as it was announced. That was a match I was really hyped to see. So it didn't disappoint from that perspective. Loved the way that it played out, and they just did two professional wrestlers with that classic style doing what they do best.
Heck yeah. Trey J, your thoughts?
They really did the crowd a favor with that. I mean, a lot of times you have such a hot segment and then it kind of dies down with the first match. Like the first match is like, we started off hot. Let's let you catch your breath. And this one wasn't. This match was hard hitting. This match was what we would expect out of them. And when you said that he looks like a dirty hippie selling ditchweed, I said, no, he looks like a guy who sells his own, like his homegrown potatoes. like I grew these with my hands.
With my hands.
I made my own fertilizer. I won't tell you how, but yeah, it's got a little bit of meat all over the place
because I ate them. And hibiscus. He just looks like a person that says the word hibiscus a lot right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a store that used to be in Boston, and they sell like Grateful Dead, hacky sacks, all this crap. He literally looks like one of the guys that manages that place. Like, you can go in and get
incense.
Instant burlap jacket. I mean, yeah, he looks like a dirty hippie.
He looks like a guy that wears Birkenstocks in the winter.
Yes, with socks. With socks.
With socks.
Yeah, with socks.
With holes in them.
So we got Tony Schiavone with Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks announces he will be entering the Diamond Ring Battle Royale. We cut to Paige and Moxley still fighting, yada, yada, yada. I had a feeling we were going to see this all night. Unfortunately, we did not. They eventually got escorted out of the building. Then we go with Renee, who's got Wheels and Claudio in the bottom of the JAS, with the exception of Hager. Who was surprised that there are two hats? Two hats! Damn it. There are two hats.
He really likes that hat.
One hat is for Claudio.
I know. I'm telling you right now, that hat is the best long-term storytelling that Tony Khan is doing without a belt involved. That is the best. It
gives Dick Hager the best credibility he's had in his whole time in AEW.
Yeah, it's the most entertaining he's been in AEW for sure.
Yeah.
What was the name of their tag team? You guys remember that? Hager and Claudio. You remember they had a tag team at one point. What was the name of that tag team?
Oh, crap.
All American, wasn't it?
You said All American? It was All Americans?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds like almost right.
Right?
Both of them did the We the People.
Yeah. which is funny because Claudio is Swiss, but
So
Yeah.
all Americans or un-Americans?
Un-American.
No, the
Maybe it's
un-Americans was
un-American.
the Christian and them.
Oh, okay.
I think it was
yeah.
the all-American.
Okay.
All I gotta say is I'm glad there's two hats.
I need somebody in there. If you guys are watching and you know and you find out the answer to that, let us know in the comment section.
Somebody get on the Google machine and look it up. What was the name of the
glad
team?
that Garcia got some like time and they let us know, oh yeah, Garcia's gonna have a match. And it's like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
Like all we need him now to do is defend the pure championship again and we'll be set.
Yeah. At Final Battle. Thank freaking God. I gotta say, Final Battle is coming out to look like a spectacular pay-per-view. It is top to bottom. I don't see an issue with it. I it's been a while since I've bought a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I'm definitely getting Final Battle because
You didn't buy the last one?
Huh?
You didn't buy the last one?
No.
Well, we didn't have a show to do, so you have to buy this one.
Yeah, I have to buy this one. We're gonna have Final Battle after dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go to our second match. AR Fox versus Samoa Joe. Guess what? Candy had to go.
Nah.
Yeah.
Candy had to go.
Candy had to go.
I don't think Austin knows what's going on here with the Candy had to go.
He watches the product.
Yeah.
Just shake your head. Yes, Austin.
You don't want to know. Two Belt Jones. Samoa Joe, Two Belt Jones coming out. Good test for the new guy, but man, they really made him look weak.
Ooh,
Like he had a couple of comebacks here and there, but here's a guy who's newly signed as a full-time wrestler, and they put him in with Samoa Joe, which is fine. And Samoa Joe going over is perfectly fine. But at least make it somewhat competitive. Like him jumping off of the ropes and then Joe just stepping to the side. That's Joe in a nutshell.
Joe.
But they made AR Fox look like a chump.
I disagree. I disagree. Let me go first.
Yeah, go first, Canada Dry, because you're drunk.
All right. I'm not drunk. I'm drinking Canada water, baby.
Oh, there you go. That stuff is like high octane fuel.
I think that they showcased him beautifully. They're giving him a TNT title shot. Come on. Who gets a TNT title shot right off the bat? He gets a trios match for the trios belt. Then he gets a TNT title match. Yeah. This guy is rocketing. Okay. Just because you don't win either of them doesn't mean anything. They're putting a rocket on this kid's back. It's not looking like instant star, but he looked good. He had a few great moves in there until the end when Samoa Joe clotheslined him and landed on his head.
I mean, Samoa Joe tossed this guy around the ring the entire match. Like he just beat the ever living.
He got some moves in. He got some moves. Come on.
Oh, you got a couple, here and there. You got to make it look. You got to make it look good at least. But that crowd was not into that.
Let's hear what someone else has to say. Damn it.
Yeah, he had a 37% success rate on his moves. So it was a tough sell for me on this.
Yeah. Austin, what are your thoughts on the match?
Man, I side with you, JFB. I mean, Canada Dry, they're pissing on you and calling it rain, brother. You're drinking that Kool-Aid and buying into the title shot. I thought this match made no sense and did him no favors. You saw some explosiveness from him, from his from his arsenal and his moveset, but it just did him no favors, in my opinion. He looked really, really weak in this.
Mm-hmm. He looked way better last week.
By the way, Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe is the king of television. That's he proclaimed that. And as a fan of Samoa Joe, as a guy who's met him several times, I could not agree any further. He is the king of television. Plain and simple.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of this Wardlow phrase. This is Wardlow's world. Every single time I think of Bobby's world. Yeah. Every single time I see this kid on this little tricycle.
You think of Bobby's world. I think of Elmo's world. Yeah. And every time I just want to be like, put it to music. You're like, it's Elmo's world. You know that thing.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me
Bobby would kick Elmo's ass in a match.
Well, Bobby was a genius in the show. So I guess that, Bobby ended up growing up to be Dexter from Dexter's Lab. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then he grew up to be Dexter, the serial killer. So.
Oh, good Lord. except without the crappy ending for the series.
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Oh,
Which
God.
one, the first ending or the second ending?
The first one. The first go
The
around.
second one. I didn't like either of them.
I didn't watch the second. I didn't watch the reboot.
The second one they tried, and it was just like, why?
I loved watching it every week, but it was so short that, you know, anyways, this is
You know what show I missed? Weeds. And that was a good show.
I love Weeds.
Yeah, me too.
What a great show. Great writing.
Yeah,
I didn't know the AR Fox
got him off on a tangent here now.
I know. I like to do that at JFB because I know he's like a big TV and pop culture buff, so it's just like super fun. You can't resist. It's like what was it? Piece of candy. Piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
But I didn't know that AR Fox had trained Sean Dean, Lee Johnson, and Jay Gargill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was unaware of that. I remember we talked about Austin Theory before, but he's definitely put a lot of work in there.
Man, speaking of Jade, I don't mean to steal the thunder from you guys, but my gosh, she looked like $1 million tonight.
Oh, we'll talk about that. I got it. I got it on the list. We'll get to it. So let's get to here comes Mr. Sunshine. William Regal, the villain, introduces MJF. Crowd goes bonkers. MJF with the bro hug. This is pointed out specifically to Canada Dry. Heel MJF trumps Canada Dry's MJF face every time. I know you want to see a face run from MJF, but it's never going to happen. Never going to happen until he goes to WWE and they find a way to screw that up.
What do you?
Everybody knows for? Everybody knows the knuckle duster trumps. It defeats. It beats Diamond Ring each and every time. Rock, paper, scissors, brass knuckles, and then Diamond Ring. He says he respects the firm. He's not going to chase the firm. MJF is getting his own belt, and he displays it, the Triple B heavyweight championship belt. And I'm not a fan of it. I agree with Shivani. I didn't dig it. It reminds me of the Smoking Skull belt and the Brahma Bull belt, which has no bearing other than selling belts at this point.
Yep.
Calls out Starks, Danielson, and so on. Talks about the 2024 bidding war. Love the references to Triple H and to the other Khan, Nick Khan, Saint Nick. They are going to make him the modern day 80s version of Hulk Hogan. We are only going to see him wrestle sparingly, and that is the most brilliant thing I have ever seen. So let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about the dust up at the end. Austin, you go first. What are your thoughts on the Mr. Regal and MJF?
That whole segment was money.
Yeah.
A whiff on the belt. If you're going to redesign a belt, and really all they redesigned was the strap.
Yeah.
It just felt like you're hyping up a new belt, and then it's the same belt with a different strap that you couldn't even tell was different.
Yeah.
Until they absolutely zoomed in on it. It's like, wait, what? That's the same one. These are the same picture.
Yeah.
But
it felt
nevertheless, man. Yeah. MJF is money every time he's on the mic. Love the idea of him being an attraction and just flat out saying, if you want to see me wrestle, you're going to reach into your grimy pockets and shell out the little bit of money that you've got to watch me on a pay-per-view, and I'm not going to lose then. I just think this is going to be a very long run for him. I think it's going to be fantastic. The only thing I really hope is that he is on each and every week, just getting that heat like only he knows how to do right now. He does it better than anybody in the business, and really make people want to see him get his ass kicked. Yeah,
absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
So it's the Floyd Mayweather school of selling the business. This promo wasn't great to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the segment was fine for what it did and what it was supposed to be. But to me, this promo wasn't great. It was like the greatest hits version of the last 10 promos that he did.
Yeah.
The belt was interesting. I like the fact that he's going to go the Hogan Saturday Night's Main Event route. But Tony Schiavone really saved this whole segment in a lot of ways. Tony Schiavone, and I know that we're not supposed to say bad words. But when Tony Schiavone just out of nowhere, while Danielson was in the ring, and after he had knocked out Regal, and he said that piece of, and it was just like, did he just? Dang. And that was like the funniest part of that whole segment to me. That was the part where it's just like, and I do feel like they spent way too much time on Regal on this. That part dragged a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Canada Dry, what are your thoughts?
So are we saving that MJF?
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll save it. You can bring it up. You can bring it up, and then we'll hit everybody else again if you want to bring it up.
So Trey J's already said his piece, so he's out. So I absolutely love this. It was a great promo. Turning on the fans, just being that smug arsehole can be. It's MJF. We're gonna get him, and I don't think of him as Hulk Hogan though. I think of him as Ric Flair. He's just got that smugness. It's just he's a modern day Ric Flair.
Yeah,
and let's talk about the real thing though. That I don't like that Triple B name. Like Triple B, it's like no, you got a Burberry championship belt is what you got.
Yeah.
What does the Triple B stand for? What does it stand for?
The Burberry belt.
Burberry belt. Yeah.
I'm curious how much Burberry is going to sue them for, or how much they got from AEW to have that design on the belt. Because either way, they're getting paid for it. Period.
Well, yeah, they have to get something, right? But the knuckle on William Regal, when he was standing beside him, I felt it coming. I don't know if any of you felt it coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got a lag there for a second?
Yeah, we got a little lag. Just a smidge. Just a skosh.
Okay. Yeah, that Canadian Wi-Fi, man.
I'm about to say, what do you mean we got lag?
Yeah. He nailed them.
Americans are fine.
Yeah, everybody here in the US of A has decent internet, buddy.
That third world country you have lived in up there.
Yeah. Today I found out that Canada was a constitutional monarchy.
If you guys ever want to be on my monetized channel ever again,
start a GoFundMe for new Wi-Fi.
Pay this man $5 to get booked so he can get good Wi-Fi.
Send it over. I'll take the Wi-Fi money.
We're gonna start the Jerry's kids. Yeah, we're gonna start a program where people can call in donations to increase your bandwidth speed to like Jerry's kids, but we're gonna call it Aaron's broadband internet.
Yeah, need you to grow the beard out, look a little scraggly, really sell it.
Hey,
give it the Brian Danielson.
What does my name say on my name
there
tag?
You go.
What does my name say? Does my name say Aaron? No. Aaron Fund, Canada Dry Fund. Come on.
Yeah, the Canada Dry Fund is what we're going to start calling it.
Now then we'll get sued.
Oh Lord!
Now that we're monetized, it's like, I don't know if he might have to change his name.
Well,
yeah.
No, we won't, because that is my Twitter, the Canada Dry.
Yeah, that's true. Not even Canada Dry's Twitter page says the real Canada Dry.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Canada Dry is going to make a sizable donation to our Canada Dry for the naming.
Nice.
Smell right now. He's going to be rolling in Canadian movies.
Yep. Let's get this back on
yeah, let's get back on track here. So, so Regal gets punched in the back. He gets donkey punched.
Family show, brother.
No.
Oh, my God.
Do y'all realize it looked like JFB held his butt when he said that? He said, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
So he gets punched in the back of the head. They knock him out clean. Danielson comes in, yelling and screaming at the paramedics. Can you do this faster? Hey, guess what? When you're dealing with a broken neck, possibly faster is not always better. But at least we know where the program is going. Likely is we're going to get MJF versus Bryan Danielson. I really hope they build this up. Austin, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was a very good promo of MJF doing exactly what he does, and then capitalized with something, like turning on Regal. Canada Dry said that he kind of saw it coming. I really thought like they could really run with it. So I didn't see that coming. It kind of caught me by surprise. But I thought, his speech afterwards, relaying back the messages that he got from Regal 7 years ago, whatever. I thought that was just fantastic. So I'm excited to see the lead up of Danielson obviously going to be going for that, especially after this week's news of him not really wanting to chase championships. But in the ring, I think that could be just something spectacular. So, take my money for sure.
How many of you guys want to put a bet that like MJF makes a reference to the fact that Miz didn't beat Danielson?
Oh, I'm sure it's coming.
It's got to come because, because he made the fickle thing, he made the coward comment. It was just there was definitely some nuggets dropped there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we go to our third match. We got Ricky Starks.
Somebody go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say this is going to be a very long. This is going to be a very long run at this belt. He's going to chase this for more than just one match.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is going to go on for months, which is good, and that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah, next is a Revolution, right? AEW Revolution in February usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Ricky Starks and Ari Daivari. The firm comes out. Why does Matt Hardy start? Why is he walking like Frankenstein? Like I've never seen anybody so stiff and uncoordinated in my entire life. He literally looks like Frankenstein's monster. Paige wants the ring, and then he's calling out MJF, and we get a squish match between the two. This one was pretty quick. I at first I did not like Ricky Starks. Could not stand him. He has grown on me tremendously from his intro, his entrance music. I love it. I just love the swagger he's got, but he swaggers like an underdog. He doesn't swagger like a guy who's got the world by the cojones, by the yam bags. He does it as an underdog, which is perfect. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the squish match?
It was what it needed to be. It was for the entrance to get that whole hype going for the Dynamite ring. Is Ricky gonna win this?
Maybe. Trey J, your thoughts on the squish match?
The star of this whole segment was Ethan Page.
Yeah.
I love the Matt Hardy coming out and doing like throwing up the V1 and stuff and saying, get your ass to the back. Like I love that part. I loved all of that. I love the fact that he won the match while Ethan Page was still talking. Like this was good presentation. I mean, Ricky, we know that Ricky's a star. We know Ricky was going to beat Daivari. Ricky Spear always looks clean. The Rochambeau is probably the one move in his arsenal that just needs a little bit of work, and I think he even executed that perfectly on this. There was so little to complain about here, and honestly, I think that we're all better for this experience because what it did for me was negate the terrible promo he cut earlier in the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin, your thoughts on the match?
I'll play devil's advocate here because Starks has been taped up for a couple of weeks now, really selling this injury, and then to just come out and immediately squash an opponent is something that you could kind of poke some holes in there, but it's Ari Daivari at the same time. Ethan Page's promo started out really good, and Stokely Hathaway was fantastic. I think towards the end of Page's promo, he kind of lost it a little bit. kind of finished weak. I forget what it was that he exactly said, but I remember scratching my head and thinking, come on, man, you're better than that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, very little that you could really poke at and say this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'll echo your guys' sentiments and then just kind of throw those couple things out there.
Cool. All right, so then we cut to Tony Schiavone with Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and of course my favorite, Rebel. Hayter wants to sit down, and man, talk about a nice slow build to what we eventually are going to see is a really bad divorce between Hayter and Britt Baker. I cannot wait for this to happen. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be like, why is mom and dad fighting all the time? And then dad backhands mom. And then next thing you know, the kids are crying and Christmas is ruined. So let's go to our fourth match. We're going to talk about Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale.
Before we get to this disappointment in my life today, I gotta say, have you noticed how the way that they're even like focusing the camera on Hayter in the middle of the group, it's letting her become more of a star without even having to talk.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a great job with her build. And I think that in the end, we're really going to see like a for real breakout star in the women's division because of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So our fourth match of the night, Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale. Everybody is loving Willow Nightingale. I've gone to her YouTube. I know you don't, but that's okay. I've gone to her YouTube, her Twitter page. She's very positive. She's very, very positive, and I love that aspect of her. She's like a female Big E. She's just full of positivity. From what I've heard from other people, is that she's really a neat person to meet in person. She was really up and bubbly and very personable. But it's not a good sign for the match when you open with everybody talking about 10 turning heel. Like that doesn't why bring that up? Bring that up when 10 is wrestling. Don't bring it up when two other people are wrestling. It's just it doesn't.
That feels very WCW to me.
Yeah, exactly. During the commercial break, in the picture-in-picture, Anna Jay was complete control. Willow starts making the comeback. And let's talk about the surprise that we get. Destination Unknown. Ruby Soho. That's right. Ruby Soho. Back. Yeah, back. And by the way, I love her new nose. I'm digging the new nose, the new schnoz that she got after she broke it and had reconstructive surgery. I'm loving it. That's a beautiful nose. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the Anna Jay Willow Nightingale and the Ruby Soho schmoz?
Well, you can be a really nice, bubbly person.
Yeah.
And, I know a couple people that are nice and bubbly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I want to watch them on a Wednesday night beat Anna Jay. I don't understand the appeal of Willow. Maybe give her a mic. I don't know because I don't get it.
Yeah. Okay. Trey J, your thoughts on the Anna Jay Willow Nightingale Ruby Soho match?
I personally hate to see Anna Jay lose. Just anytime. Willow Nightingale is still like a tough sell to me. I think ever since I watched her lose to Roxy, back before she was Roxy Perez, and it's just like I said, I'm with Canada Dry on this. I get the appeal of having a positive person. I also get the appeal of that person having to lose to superior numbers or something. Winning this match, I don't think was the right call.
I agree with you.
Now, Ruby came back, and Ruby definitely, she does have the new look. I thought she was still using the riot kick up until now. I didn't know she just stole Bray Wyatt's finisher then executed it poorly.
Very
Ruby
poorly.
still Ruby as a look, as a feel is fantastic. Ruby when she starts throwing hands is awful, just awful.
Yep, absolutely. Austin, your thoughts on the fourth match?
I'll pick up where Trey J left off there, talking about Ruby. I completely agree with everything that he said. Has such a great look, very interesting. It's something completely different, a whole different presentation than anybody else, and just craps the bed whenever she's in the ring, man. It's really unfortunate for her, and that execution of that was god awful. But just a second here. So my thoughts on the match was that just a second, as Willow, like, I think she's okay in the ring.
Yeah,
fairly decent, better than Anna Jay in the
Yeah.
ring. Anna Jay presents like a star. You know she is going to be an absolute star in the future. Needs a little bit more work and fine tuning in the ring, and that's going to come. I just not crazy about Willow's character. I think she needs to work on the character part, whereas they're kind of yin and yang in this match. But it just seems like every time Willow comes on a Wednesday night, she's getting a win. They're really trying to push her and validate her.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yes, Canada.
Do you think that Willow would be a good heel?
No.
No, she barely has it in her to be a face right
You
now.
think, like, give her something?
I think she needs
If she's
to
a monster
master
heel,
what
she'd be
she's
perfect.
got right now. She needs a character, period.
Yeah.
And develop that personality and, you know, see what she's got on the mic and get that stuff going. And then eventually, yeah, sure, I think she could get it. But I just don't think we've seen enough of that yet where I would want to invest any time in trying to force that to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get stuck with a tag team match that none of us on this show wants.
That's correct.
And it's good. This disturbs me, especially with winter is coming up. It's like, come on, don't do it.
Willow's coming. That's why I love it. I love her. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, she needs a complete character overhaul, but don't deter away from what makes her a fan favorite, which is the bubbly personality. I think they need to keep it, but they need to work. Anna Jay cannot take a bump.
You know what they need to do?
What?
They need to give 30 seconds to wrestlers to talk once in a while on the mic just before they start, so people know who they are.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll agree with
When
that.
you said the female Big E, it's just like, I just can't get it out of my head. That's so spot on.
Yeah,
do the grind.
Like if she was to start doing that, like the little grind dance, like Big E used to do.
Yeah,
I think we got a star here.
AEW.
Just come out there with the Acclaimed every once in a while.
Heck yeah. Oh, man, that would be
I can
fantastic.
see
I would
Austin
love
doing that as the world champion of AFW. Like it's
yeah, wearing nothing but the belt. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I digress. Let's go to our next segment. QT Marshall and Orange Cassidy with Tony Schiavone. QT challenges Orange in a lumberjack match. The best part about this is Orange Cassidy is so laissez-faire when it comes to challenges. Like he's like, yeah, okay. Hey, let's have a steel cage match wrapped in barbed wire with a moat full of crocodiles and sharks. Hey, okay, that's good. Let's do the belt like that. I love it. They could throw anything match-wise on him, and he'd just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's do it. So, Canada Dry, your thoughts on QT Marshall and Orange Cassidy this Friday on Rampage?
The only thing I really think is I love that Orange Cassidy's like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm all right with it.
That gimmick he's got. Okay, fine. Love it.
Trey J, your thoughts?
Has anybody in 2022 turned more minds than Orange Cassidy?
Nope.
I just can't. I love everything about this guy.
Yeah.
Like he is a delight.
Well, he's so unique, right?
What?
I'm just saying he's so unique that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like when you think about that character, it's just so. It's like I'm so good at this, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like, but like it's not pretentious at all.
No.
It's just like this inherent cool factor. Like there were kids dress up as Orange Cassidy for Halloween. Like that is just, I don't know. It's just he's got it. Like,
oh, he's got it in spades. I mean,
no, definitely.
Absolutely. Austin, what are your thoughts on the Orange Cassidy match or Orange Cassidy challenge?
I think he's been fantastic, and I everything he does, I'm here for it. The only thing that's why QT?
Because
Who
of running out of
cares
people.
about QT? Like when you got a loaded roster of talent that never gets to get on there,
Yeah.
and you're gonna waste a Atlantic shot on QT.
Well, QT is booking himself for this, obviously.
That's the only thing I don't like. It's just there are 100 other people on that roster that I would rather see wrestle him than QT. Just another easy prediction point, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what though? If the story was to continue from what we've been watching, this is a perfect setup for like Malachi Black or Buddy Murphy to take that, and I think that's really the point of it. I think that's what we're going to get from this. We're going to get another House of Black, because after making such a huge return last week and then nothing on Dynamite, Rampage seems like the reasonable place for them to show back up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the purpose of this. That's what we're going to get to, because that's going to be the next big feud.
Hopefully.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Because Malachi is what, Dutch?
Yeah.
So that's totally Atlantic.
Yeah. That's totally part of the Atlantic. You are correct. Just Graham says QT happens when you run through people and you don't have stories to slow down the line of challenges. Hey,
Exactly.
I can't disagree with that, Mr. Graham. I cannot disagree with that at all. So let's go to our next segment. It is, of course, the celebration. We are talking Jade Cargill celebration. Hubba hubba. She's coming out and she is pure money. I don't even know, because her outfit is $100 bills, baby. $100 bills. Confetti is all over the place. I feel bad for the janitor who's got to sweep and clean all that crap up, because there's confetti freaking everywhere.
But it's money.
Yeah, it's money. But loving the promo. It was so great. That promo was awesome until Bow Wow showed up. Why are we wasting the TBS champion with a has-been rapper? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Like I don't know where they're going with this, but I have no interest in this whatsoever.
He's getting in the ring.
Trey J, your thoughts on the Jade Cargill celebration?
Well, to be honest with you, I watched this segment without pants.
There you go, brother.
Yep, I watched this entire segment without pants.
Over monetization again.
I was totally sober this, but she took off that fur coat, and I was like, she took off the fur coat, I took off the fur pants.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Pants
I wasn't even paying
down.
attention to most of what she said, but I was like, she does. No, on a serious note, she is a star. And I mean, she what is it you call it? Was the airport test? You guys heard of that? The airport test?
Yeah.
Like, she passes that in beyond. And I think that, like, this was a great presentation for her. And Red Velvet, it's such an interesting turn for her, because she started off as Jade's like first real opponent, and now she's like one of the baddies, and like you just got Jade kind of talking down to her, and like with her and Layla Gray both no selling it, it just made it like, yeah, we've just normalized this. Jade's the star, we're good.
Yeah. Austin, what are your thoughts on the Jade Cargill celebration?
Guys, I thought it was some of the best work that she's done.
Yep.
To this point, especially on the mic. Looked great, sounded great, and then crap the bed with the Bow Wow thing. I thought the same thing. So why in the world are we wasting TV time on this? Where is it going? Don't know, don't care, don't want to see it. I would much rather see, like Trey J's talking about, the buildup of Red Velvet and this breakup. You know, she deserves a pretty good story. I think they tried with the Nyla thing, but Nyla's not the one to have a legit story with. But I think her and Red Velvet could do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain Dry, your thoughts on the celebration?
Okay, so we've established that Jade Cargill can talk.
Yeah.
But she can't wrestle.
Oh. Captain Dry, you just lost fans.
Boo.
Come on, bro.
I don't care.
You just lost
Oh
all.
my goodness.
That's that Canada talking right there.
Yeah.
It's like
you guys had your turn. I said nothing. You shush. Shush, please.
That's why there weren't women in Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Right.
Yep.
Anyways, Jade Cargill. I think where this is going with the Bow Wow thing, I think it's Kiera Hogan that he's going to manage. And there's a match between Jade Cargill.
I don't want to see that either.
She's going to lose. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I mean, it's almost like they got to the bottom of the barrel. It's like they got to the bottom of the barrel. It's like, well, even Master P doesn't want to have anything to do with this. So who can we get that we can make relevant again? It's Bow Wow. Oh, God.
After they did it with Trina, it seems like it's kind of too soon. Like, you're just like, oh, let's just go with another, you know?
Yeah.
This man is on a tour based on being popular at the turn of the millennium.
Yeah.
That's literally what the tour is about.
Yeah.
Like,
he's living off that just like Mike.
That you guys are okay with Jade still being the TBS champion? You guys like her as the champion?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Boring ass Jade. Oh my.
Yep.
Oh, she is not.
Oh my! Watch your
I hope
mouth.
that Jade beats Mercedes Martinez at Final Battle. That's what I would like to see.
I have a feeling we're going to be smelling an invasion.
Outfit at Bulgaria. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another.
Still better.
McDonald now.
Oh, Canada Dry. Damn you, Canada Dry. Damn you to hell. Anyways, let's get to our main event.
Damn you to heaven, damn it.
Let's get to the main event of the evening. Death Triangle versus the Elite. Opening music for the Elite. I'm still looking for the Winchesters. They are nowhere to be seen. Apparently, they're killing ghosts and goblins and Dracula. Kenny is looking great. Taz singing is awesome. I love Taz when he sings. I loved it when he used to sing on his podcast. Death Triangle still has the best damn entrance in wrestling, period. We get a scrum before the match. Thank God the tiebreaker. I am so glad that the tiebreaker was not predicated on the main event match, because it was 8 minutes of them fighting before they even rang the bell. Death Triangle, way of the hammer. The JFB, way of the fist. That's going on a shirt. JFB, way of the fist. It's hammer time except for Ray Phoenix. Don Callis is at ringside. I'll let Austin go first. Austin, what are your thoughts on the main event of the evening?
My fantasy booking was better.
Yeah.
I really thought they missed a boat here of having the Elite drop to 0-3 and then have some come to Jesus meeting, do some promo work together, and then going on an absolute tear, and then not letting go of those trios titles for a long time. So it wasn't, the match was what all their matches are, especially with the Lucha Bros and Pac, just absolute banger. It's going to be entertaining. There's going to be tons of great spots. Just that, finish, I would have done it a little bit differently, but it is what it is, and I'll tune in next week to see the next match.
Yeah. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the main event?
Okay, so I blame JFB. I blame Trey J Styles. I blame Joseph Graham. I blame Jeremy, Mr. Isaacs, the expert, for this 3-0 bullshit you guys were trying to shove down my throats, and I bought it.
I didn't. I didn't say 3-0. I got
along with it, but oh, you didn't?
Well, no, I didn't say 3-0.
But I think 3-1 is a better thing to come back from than 3-0 because it's more believable.
Yeah. Like 4 losses in a row would bury any team.
Yeah.
Regardless of how many times you come to Jesus. But one thing I did notice, and I kind of felt really good about having seen it, like Austin's kids walk into a room, open up a closet door, and leave it open. And that is something that my kids do. And knowing that my kids, that somebody else's kids did that, it makes me feel so good. Like I was just like, oh my God, when my kids do it, it's so annoying. Because I was like,
but it's the pantry. Yeah, getting a snack. I'm taking too long.
You know it.
Ugh.
And but it's crazy because this match to me was the worst from a work rate standpoint.
Yeah.
But it definitely had a lot of good entertaining spots. Like actually seeing more bang for your buck for the first time in like months was great. Actually seeing a super kick party. I've been waiting for that for like I don't know how long.
Yeah.
It's like the Bucks got to hit a lot of their greatest hits. But that fear factor, the Falcon Arrow from the top rope, like some of that stuff kind of began to stretch a little bit of the credibility. I mean, kicking out from some of this stuff was like,
Yeah.
a lot of plot armor here.
Yeah.
But that's
still,
that's typical in a young Buck match.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm glad that we get 2 weeks off from this, though.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of necessary. I mean, we've basically had 3 matches in 10 days.
Yeah.
And
Essentially.
At a certain point, you're going like, how many times can you jump the well on this?
Yeah.
No, four matches.
I would like 1 week off, not 2.
No, I definitely want the 2 weeks off with this. I need.
Yeah.
They can put Matt Jackson versus Phoenix or something. Give them like a mini win or something before they go back.
Yeah. I mean, I love underdogs. I love the comeback story. Comeback stories sell. The Patriots coming back to beat Atlanta, the Red Sox coming back to beat the Yankees, and then sweeping the St. Louis Cardinals. Auburn beating Alabama many moons ago with the kick return or the field goal kick return for the touch, for the win. Everybody loves that comeback. That comeback is what puts butts in seats. Comeback is what gets you on the edge of your seat. Going up now 2-1 is just bull. You ruin.
Yeah, but if the other team wins 3-1, you still have a comeback. So don't worry.
That's not going to happen now. The Bucks are going to win. The Bucks are going to. Everybody knows at this point the Bucks are going to win. A winner is coming.
Yeah.
The Death Triangle is going to win at Honor Bash, and then the Bucks are going to win. The Bucks and the Elite are going to win the last 2.
Yeah, because they'll be.
They're going to win the last one because the last one's in Rancho, right outside of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
But we don't know how it's going to go. It's going to go 3-1.
Oh, it's going like that. The Bucks are not going to lose in Rancho Cucamonga. That's for damn sure.
They're not going to lose that one. No.
It's going to go 3-3, and then it'll be 4.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. We're not going to see a one-winged angel until the last match. Yep,
absolutely. That's going to be the one that pins for the win. Is going to be the one-winged angel. It's probably going to be Pac. That takes that.
Is Kenny going to get the win in Rancho Cucamonga, or are they going to let the Bucks win?
I don't know. I mean, that's interesting to bring that up. But
how are you thinking? You looked up in your head there, Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, he's thinking about something.
I think it could have been so much better story-wise, promo-wise, had they dropped to 0-3. I get it. Logic said it's not going to happen. But, like I said, it's my own fantasy booking. I just wanted to see what they could do story-wise with it, and now it's kind of blown to
because
the storyline now is Phoenix. Like that's the only thing I care about. This part.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry, but Kenny almost had this whole thing come to a screeching halt when he took the mic and tried to end the show.
Yeah,
I'm like, you got to stop doing that. That stuff sucks.
Yeah,
that works in Japan because people don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Although he has said it in Japanese. He has said it in Japanese because he's
right, and then it's cool because we don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
because I don't know what he's saying. He's saying it in English.
Guys, we are at the end of our show, and as tradition, we have to go around the horn and pick our favorite match and the number of bells, 1 out of 5, or 1 to 5. I'm going to go with Austin first. Austin, favorite match.
Can we include segments in this too?
Huh?
Can we include segments in this as well?
Sure, you can include segments.
I'll let you include a segment. Okay. All right. I will go. I'm just going to take the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to take the Danielson and Dax match. Just an old school classic from start to finish. Exactly what we thought it was going to be. And then some solid 4.5 bells on this one.
All right. Trey J, your thoughts or your rating?
I'm still sticking with. I'm going to stick with Mr. Austin. I know. I know that he's the B champ in AFW and everything, but he's
Ouch.
right. When he is right, we have to acknowledge that. So definitely going with the Bryan Danielson and Dax Harwood match. I love seeing Dax do singles work. I know that he's better as a tag, but he hasn't disappointed. I don't think I've ever seen a singles match with him where it's disappointing. Having Bryan Danielson as a dance partner is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a solid 3 bells.
Yeah. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
I'm giving this 3 bells.
Okay.
And I'm giving the MJF segment my favorite segment of the night. It was the highlight of the whole night. It's all anyone's going to remember about this episode.
All right. I'm going to go with 4 bells for this episode. I thought it was going to be a boring show, especially with not a lot of matches announced beforehand. So it seemed like it was going to be kind of a bland, but it was really good. My favorite match and my favorite segment, I'm doing this just a twist at Canada Dry. Jake Cargill, for me, that segment was fire. That was
I can't say that because my wife is watching.
Smart man.
Was on fire. That's the best Jade Cargill has done on
Hold
the
on,
night.
Jesse. You're telling me that you're not influenced by her outfit at all?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What
Yeah,
outfit?
that's exactly right. You are thinking with the lower extremities. That's all you're doing. You're not thinking with your brain.
Ooh.
He's letting it breathe, man.
He's letting it breathe, baby.
JFB, watch that Jake with the taco meat out.
All right, guys. That is it. That is our show. We have Sunday, we're doing the reverse draft. People from AEW to WWE, so make sure you tune in on Sunday. Saturday, we have the Magic of Wrestling. Friday, we have Wrestling with the Paranormal. You can find all this information. There's 2 ways to find out about effing wrestling, and that is 1, go to our website, effingwrestling.com. There we go. There's the graphic. We have it up. Thank God, because I totally forgot to put it up there. So we go to effingwrestling.com. That's our awesome website. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. All our social media links. If you're curious about why we're talking about championship belts and AFW, our links are there. You can go join AFW. You can win belts. You can have bragging rights. You can join TDS. No, you can't. We're not taking any newcomers, for God's sakes. We are booked full, but you can still join in, start your own faction, cut promos, take on the best. If you want to, you can go to youtube.com/effing wrestling. We have all our social media links there as well. We are monetized, which means we're not as edgy as we were previously, but we still have a little edge. Just a little, still a little fight left in us. Little piss and vinegar, if you will. If you are in the swag like this one, you can go to our Pro Wrestling Tee store. There you go. Or that one right there from our face of effing wrestling. That's Natalia Markova. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. If you are a fan of old school wrestling and you are down with Adrian Adonis, because we are here. We run his store, prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get where you can get that beautiful shirt, adorable Adrian Adonis. Man, gotta love it. So go get some swag, sign up for AFW, click like and subscribe. If you really like our podcast, go to Apple and on the Apple Podcast gimmick, leave us a 5-star review. I will read them live on air. On behalf of Austin, Trey J Styles, and Canada Dry, I am the JFB.
And remember, just keep fighting.
Woo! Interns, hit the music.
Scissor me, Austin.
All right, interns, hit the outro. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.